2020. Our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for coming. We'll start with public comments. If anyone has any public comments that are not concerning something on the agenda, we would take those now. Okay, seeing none. Our first item on the agenda was the Meadow Lane residents, but it's my understanding that they called in today and have resolved their differences. So, Dan, you're up.
All right, just a little rec update. This week we started some of the indoor programs here, following state guidelines and everything. So we have, on Mondays, we have rollerblading, 4:30 to 6:30. That's $5 per skater. Blades are free. Tuesdays is pickleball, also 4:30 to 6:30, and that's only $2 per person. And Wednesday we have floor hockey, which is $5 per person, and that's 5 to 6:30. We still plan on hosting our archery clinic with Pelkey's Archery. That's on July 28th, and we still have spots in both classes.
I had a question today. Someone asked if that was going to be here or at Pelkey's.
It's going to be here. Plans for it to be outside, weather pending. If not, it will be inside here. We have our logo competition going on right now. Highgate Parks and Rec is trying to get a new logo. So we have a competition going out for members of the community to submit a design. And then there are prizes based on what we pick. Cornhole League is scheduled to start this Sunday. It might get pushed back 1 week for we don't have full slots, all slots filled yet. And B, just found out about an hour ago that possibly Bushy's is coming Sunday to Seal Coat parking lot. So obviously, with the school's construction and everything, there would be no parking lot available. So hopefully, I have a definite answer by tomorrow on that. So cornhole might get pushed back 1 week. Other than that, the shed in the back, we're currently taking bids for materials. We should have one picked out for our meeting on Monday. And that's all I have for update. I think you guys have the RFP we'd like to go over, so.
Yes, it's in your packets. Annual heating and ventilation inspection. And service.
So has everyone had a chance to look at this?
Yeah. I will say one thing, obviously the dates need to be changed, honestly, but other than that, just wanted to get board's approval.
Do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. You can change dates and go forward.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you.
And just to reiterate, people can come for your event, they don't have to make any commitments, just come and try it out.
The only one is cornhole.
Yep.
That's a league at the That's $50 per team, which is the same as it has been the past couple of years. But yeah, pickleball, rollerblading, floor hockey, just show up. We do have a limit on how many food we can have, but because of the guidelines and everything.
Yeah.
But other than that, anybody can just show up
And that's any Highgate resident, any
Swanton, Franklin. We had a kid here yesterday for hockey from Milton.
Okay.
So yeah, anybody can come and enjoy those.
Okay, great. So nice to see things for people to do. Good. Okay, fantastic. And send in your logo ideas.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Second, select board letters of interest. So we've had quite a great turnout. We've had actually 5 people that were interested. Now, do I have some of them in the audience? Okay. You want to introduce yourself?
My name's Tim Lino.
Tim, would you mind just going up to the mic so people on the video will hear?
Hi, my name's Tim Lino. Recently moved to Highgate last year. Started Hill Road. Really love it. Grew up in Franklin County, so not too different from what I'm used to. I'm a pharmacist by trade. Coach basketball at MDU. Like to be involved, help out however I can. Pretty much it.
What's your interest?
Hi, I'm Jim Leving, been here since 1968 on Empton Street. Grew up in this town, went to school in this town. I've seen it grow in leaps and bounds, and some of it's good, some of it needs some adjusting, I would say. And I'd like to try to give some new input on different ideas.
Yeah, that in fact.
Oh, here comes Ben.
Come on up, Ben.
And Scott is out of town.
Okay. Come on. No hiding in this outfit.
I don't like being put on the spot.
Come right here.
Just introducing people that were interested in this position, that's all.
Oh, I think everybody knows me.
How long have you lived in town?
Oh, technically moved into town in 2005, although I was overseas when I moved in, so.
That's all right. We thank you for your service. Okay. All right. So I think that's all we have here for tonight. We also have Scott Martin, who is out of town at the moment, who has been a previous member of the Developmental Review Board. He also works for the Highgate School. And the one that was missing that I have and I should have printed off was Vern Broski had also expressed an interest. So normally what we do is the select board meets privately with each applicant and we interview them with the same questions and then make a decision from there. So if that's agreeable to everyone, that's what we will do this time as well. And we'll set up interviews with each of you and do it that way. So I'll have a motion to proceed in that direction.
So moved.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So gentlemen, we'll contact each of you and set up a time to interview. Is a time better for any of you? Can we do it in the evenings? Okay.
I get back by about 3 from work.
Okay. Okay, so yes, we'll try to meet with you this coming week. That work for the board?
Fine.
Okay. All right, so we'll set up some meeting times and I'll have, Wendy, would you mind contacting them for us? Okay, so Wendy will get a hold of you if you have an unlisted number or she doesn't know how to contact you. If you just speak with her before you leave, that would be great. Okay, and thank you very much for your interest. It's hard to get people to become become involved in their town. So we really appreciate your interest. All right, so moving on. Hazard mitigation plan adoption. Has everyone had a chance to look at the hazard mitigation plan? Heidi, would you like to take it from there?
So your hazard mitigation plan is a requirement to be eligible for FEMA funding. And it has to be updated every 5 years. So what you had in your packet was the update. And Sean Coleman from Regional Planning assisted with that. And then it goes to Vermont Department of Public Safety. And they review it and make comments, and that's the review sheet that was in there, so that the next update can incorporate those. So now it's back to you for signature, and then it will go to FEMA for approval.
Okay. So do we have a motion to adopt the hazard mitigation plan?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, Richard, your turn. Okay. So if that's all with hazard mitigation, Shelley. Hello. You did.
So I'm gonna also send this, Sharon, to you. This is,
Okay.
I received your post-shot contract back with this signature. That is just missing yours. And then the check warrant is quite a thick one. It's been a month since we've met, so are there any questions on, that just needs your signature, on the check warrant?
Any questions?
The other question I was the solar.
That is so instead of paying Swanton Village for our electric, we pay, it's changed name 3 times now. But we basically pay them the 80% of our electric bill in lieu of our 20%
Goes.
instead of paying Swanton
Thank you.
Village. Yep.
Okay, any other questions about the check warrants? Okay, all those in favor of approving the check warrant, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Actually, we can make a motion. Yes. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
It's the,
I'll second it.
all right,
I'll make the motion.
all right. Just doing it backwards today.
Do it all backwards.
Got it done.
So ayes now?
Aye.
Okay.
So the 3 properties in town that credit from that are the library, the municipal complex, and the arena gets the bulk of the town credit from the front of road solar panels. So in all 3 of those runs, you'll see that Altus solar, like I said, they've changed them 3 times, but I'm pretty sure right now it's Altus.
Okay. How's the tax sale idea?
Well, we did have a visit from the auditors on July 9th, and mainly for that day is seeing how the year unfolds. Is there anything way out of whack that needs to be fixed now? They said the trial balance looks really good, and we did kind of discuss tax sale, and I mean, pretty much across the state, it's almost like, you know, an eviction or a mortgage payment. There's not a whole lot we can do right now. So I think I'm gonna tag team on Wendy's dog list. and make some phone calls from the people. There's a very small percentage of people that just flat out haven't contacted at all. Our outstanding balance right now is $73,107, which for a pandemic, I would still say is pretty darn good.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And like I said, the majority of this list is on a payment plan. There's a small percentage that I would put to tax sale at this time if I could. I would prefer to work with them.
Yes.
So the collection it's still well. The one person that did put theirs on hold has called me in the last few weeks and actually reinstated their payment plan. So I think as people are going back to work and getting their income back, a little bit of normalcy. But I don't foresee us having a tax sale right now until at least early 2022.
That's fine, as long as we all know where we stand,
Right.
make sure everybody at least makes the attempt.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Communications. Tell me where you're at and what we can do to help. Pretty easy to work with.
Yeah.
Other than that, the auditors will be back again for the real deal, August 25th and 26th. Possibly the 27th. They don't. Sometimes they need that third day, and sometimes they don't. They spend all day here. Get that done. Other than that, last year is moving forward.
Yeah, well, let's go.
I'd say all departments ended well. Like I said, the highway, I did put the budget status in email, I believe.
Yes.
And the highway does look to be overspent, but it's because they didn't spend any of their paving money last year. It was all spent this year, so that offsets from last year's underspent money.
Yeah, no, we're very fortunate. All of our departments are very conscientious about their money. So the town is very fortunate there. We don't have any big spenders, and most of the time our budget's pretty level funded. That may not be able to continue going into the future, depending on how things go, but for now, we've been very, very cautious with our money. Okay.
The state education tax rate did come in, I think last week. And it is up from last year as we expected from the budget. So we will be setting our Highgate tax rate probably the first, if Amy's ready, if not the second meeting in August.
Yeah, and that's something we have absolutely no control.
We can't, no.
The state takes all those budgets and tells us what we're going to pay. Okay, so while we're signing that, Wendy?
Yes. We have 2 sets of minutes, regular meeting June 18th.
Does anybody have an extra pen?
And your special meeting this past Monday.
Okay. So has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes from June 18th?
Yes.
Okay.
Heidi sent me 2 edits, which I already incorporated, and I forwarded them to you.
So can I have a motion to sign the minutes of June 18th?
I'll make that motion. Second.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay.
Alright, and then July 13th.
Yeah, so we have the special select board meeting from July 13th. Do I have a motion to accept that?
So moved.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Okay. All right.
I've been working with Bonnie, trying to clean up the dog list. It's getting better.
Okay.
We've sent out final notices and she called anyone she could reach. So I'm gonna get back together with Bonnie next week on who's communicating with us and who's not. We don't want to ticket people, but we just want some communication. We don't want to ticket you, we don't want your dog. We just want you to let us know where you're at. So I'll keep working with Bonnie on that to clean up the list. We are currently at about 750 on the books, which is good. Last year we ended at about 900, so we're getting there. And the primary. Shelley and I will be here in the lobby Tuesday, August 11th from 7 to 7 for those that want to vote in person. I'm sure everyone received a white postcard in the mail telling you how you could vote early. And I've sent probably close to 500 of those out in the past week. So a lot of people are choosing that option. So
I did, just because I wouldn't forget to vote.
I got yours back today.
Okay.
So it's an option if you want to vote early, send your postcard back. You can call me, you can email me, you can do it through the My Voter page. There's about 10 different ways you can get your request to me. And
Very simple, very easy.
yep,
The envelopes are postage paid.
everything's
Yeah.
postage paid, so there's no reason not to do it, but you do have the choice to come and vote in person on the 11th. So 7 to 7, Shelley and I will be here. And I think that's it for me.
Okay. Speaking of voting, we also are concerned about the census. The 2020 census, our town needs to step up because our funding federally counts on those numbers to give us grants, to give us loans, to determine what we need and don't need for services and equipment. So if our town only has half of its people that are signed in on the census, we are going to lose money and options. So please, please reach out and do your census. You can do it right online. There will be people that come door to door if they have to, but they prefer not to. If you need help with the census, there are people we can contact for you. But please step up and consider this just as important as voting. Okay. Anything else, Wendy?
Nope.
Okay. Heidi?
Okay. A few meetings ago, you approved an expenditure to have Park Jim come in and do the assessment on the Macy Road slide. DeWolf has contracted with them and they will pay them, so they're asking to amend our contract with DeWolf in that amount.
Okay, and I'm signing this because we had already made the motion to sign this already, so. Okay.
Paving is in the works, and Richard, I don't know if you want to talk about Rice Hill Road at all, but.
Just that, Butch, last Friday, got a phone call, and the culvert was caving in, and, he went and, apparently, we had one out back of the salt shed that was supposed to be in 20 years, it's brand new. It was supposed to go there, I guess it's there now. They were supposed to put it in yesterday. And, so, that was where our grant was supposed to go, right? You got the grant for there, right?
No, we do not have a grant for there yet. We applied in June for a structures grant, but those have been delayed, and we are not going to hear until late fall if those are awarded or not. So we have no funds for that, so he did the best he could.
Yeah.
We called and checked if we would be able to do it and maybe have a retro payment, and no. No, so he managed it.
Yeah.
Luckily, he had a culvert, which is the bulk of the
Yeah.
cost, so.
And we rented a excavator, and I think we got that from Greens. And,
No, we had to do what we needed to keep the road safe.
Yeah.
Keep people safe, so we might not like it, but have to do it.
They didn't
So,
have choice.
that's right. And thank the highway department for us, Richard, because they were right. Take care of it.
yep.
So for the next item is another highway project, and we have a grant to do work on the Road Road. It's called the Grant Aid Program, and it's part of the Clean Water Fund. They give a certain amount to all the towns in the district each year. We have one. We went by the deadline already, so we have an extension to October 15th. And Butch is still concerned about being able to do it, so he's asked if he can put that out to bid. So I've created an RFP. Richard has a copy, shared a copy. It would be posted immediately with a site visit on August 3rd because of the Public Works Department vacations. They're not able to manage it until August 3rd, and then the bid's due back on August 10th. And the design was created by Jim Smith when we applied, and it's all set, so we think we'll be able to put that out and find someone who's able to do it.
Okay.
To take the burden off the Public Works Department, because they've lost a lot of time this year already. Then they had to do the Rice Hill Road unexpectedly, and so they have plenty of other things to do.
Okay. So, you said you already have it out, okay, so you'll let the others take a look. So this is replacing an undersized culvert.
It's replacing 2 culverts and re-ditching and stone lining that whole area. On the front map, it shows from point A to point B. So it's 2 culverts in that process.
And Richard, you can tell the highway department that I've had 3 calls from people on the Gore Road saying how nice a job they're doing, so.
Yeah, oh, yeah, there's been a lot of people.
Yeah.
They brought back the edges there, it looks good.
Well, that's actually a good segue, because they did ask for patience if they can't keep up with the paving and fixing driveways. Some people are going to be having to manage a bit of a hump for a few days. There's a lot of paving happening.
I had somebody call last night.
Yeah.
I said, it's coming. They want to know if the stone was coming, because there is that long. I said, it's coming. So,
So they're just asking for a little bit of patience.
yeah.
It's a good idea.
All right, so do I have a motion to accept the RFP as written, so it can go out?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Seconded.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Yep.
So So the next item was just a note on, thank you. On Tuesday, the 28th, there will be a the next village core meeting, which will focus on the wastewater study for the village core. So anyone is invited to participate in that. What there'll be is presenting information on sites they found that could potentially serve different sections of the village and working closer to that final study. So Tuesday, the 28th at 6 p.m., and that will be at the town office, but folks can participate by Zoom as well. The next thing is that there were 3 roads that you approved names for. They've each been assigned a number, and you would just need to approve, I'll give you these first. These are the 3 road names, and then this is proposed changes to the road naming ordinance.
Okay, so you have Nicholas Way, which is off Lampton Street, would be approved road number 107. You have Palmer Avenue, apparently somebody likes golf, off Lampton Street, which would be 108 as the approved road number, and then David, Memory Lane for the last one, that's off McKinnell Road, for an approved road number of 109. So, all those, first let's make a motion to accept the road numbers.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So there was a 911 ordinance, which is your road naming policy procedure, and I've updated the road inventory, including the ones we just had, and attached them to it. And we're proposing to have those red edits inside, which would just be a procedure for how the form is managed. So if you agree with those, the second one is the one that's ready for signature.
So the proposed changes are, this would be following procedure. Road name shall be assigned by the direction of the select board, following the procedure below. Developer will complete proposed road name form and submit this to the zoning administrator. The zoning administrator will forward this form with an image of the location on a map to the Public Works Department for approval of the road location and name. Then Public Works will forward the form to the town administrator for assignment of a road number. The town administrator will place the item on the select board meeting agenda for approval and then add it to the town road inventory. Town administrator will forward to the lister's office for addition to the road mapping system and the assignment of 911 numbers for new homes. To the zoning administrator for inclusion in the zoning file and to the town clerk for recording. After public hearing, notice shall be given to any party who resides on or owns property accessed from the road to be named. Do we have a motion to sign?
Make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Start signing that one. And then
So the next thing on the list is you've been working with Fish and Wildlife to transfer ownership of the Cherry Hill property on Rainham Road. So the next step is to notice it. This notice has been sent to the paper. There's a resolution in here for the board to sign, which says after the notice has been posted and 30 days is given to anyone who wants to create a petition in opposition to it. If it is not received by, I believe it's August 17th
Yes.
on there, then the select board, by signing that, would then authorize Sharon to sign the transfer deeds.
Okay. So this is letting people know that, number one, we're selling the Cherry Hill property to the Vermont Fish and Wildlife for $1,000 of the town's closing costs. This is pretty much a landlocked piece of property that's surrounded by the Vermont Fish and Wildlife property. If you are not happy with that sale or want to contest it, you have the option of starting a petition. And like Heidi said, on the August 17th date, if you have a petition that has enough signatures, you can stop that sale. Otherwise, the sale will go forward. So we are looking for an authorization tonight, authorizing resolution and consent of the town of Highgate Selectboard for the sale at the end of the allotted time.
I'd make that motion.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so Richard and Kyle, yours are on the back. Okay.
I have just one more form, should be easy, so we're switching firms that manage our alarm systems. And these are forms to cancel the coverage with Cops that manages it, and they will initiate it for the new company. So
Okay, so do I have a motion to sign the account deletion form for our COPS monitoring system? For our,
So moved.
do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 And I believe that is it for me.
Okay. So, do you have a community event RFP? You have community event.
Oh, Richard Flint wanted to talk about things that could happen in the community.
Okay, I was thinking RFP, but
Well, I
Richard
agree
Flint,
with
sorry, Richard. So what do you want to talk about, Richard?
Well, I just, with everything going on, and I don't think this town, we didn't have Memorial Day, is there something we can do, you know, like a big parade or something, you know, have a big loop or, you know, fire trucks, tractors, cars, probably ATVs, we got plenty of them, I guess, in town. You know,
Richard, we're trying to keep them off the road.
well, maybe they go slow this time, you know? Have something kind of, I think we're staying kind of low-keyed and, I don't know what the rest of the board thought about it, or I just thought I'd bring it up.
Okay, so we could certainly have a parade. We just have to, have our social distancing. Whether we could accomplish that on the streets without any assistance from chaperones, I'm not sure, but it's possible.
We discussed postponing the Memorial Day parade to like Labor Day or something, but
Right,
our problem is exactly what you just said, because
right.
our hands are really tied by the limitations that we put up, that we have to follow.
I had asked Joe, the fire chief, if the fire department was interested in doing a drive-through barbecue on Labor Day weekend. And he said he was gonna bring it to the members. So I don't know if I've ever heard anything. So that has been
When did you
put to it.
When did you talk to him?
He came and visited me one night.
This week?
Yeah,
Because it wasn't discussed Monday night.
okay.
That I know of, it wasn't discussed Monday night.
Okay,
That's what we
We
discussed
got there
before we
late.
got there late.
alright. So we'll have to check in with him. Okay, so if the fire department would like to do that, we could certainly make that happen. Mama's been very successful in theirs, done a great job. I don't see why the fire department couldn't do a fabulous job as well.
I hate to be so politically correct on that, the parade thing, but I would love to see something to happen. But if you did something and someone happened to get infected for some reason,
I see all these other places doing something, Richford did it with their graduates, and they had a long, we couldn't run it from, I wouldn't say run it from the arena to the fire station. I think we'd have to make a big loop somewhere, go out, up St. Armand, or, I'm saying spread it out,
Well, that's a possibility. If you spread it out so more people could sit on their lawns.
Yeah.
everybody loves a parade, I mean, they'd watch.
Yeah,
They're not out of town, they definitely,
I was looking at the things that we had, like the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
That was a big hit, I think. I think the Easter, when the fire department did the Easter Bunny, I think, you heard all kinds of good remarks about it. So,
Yeah. You're right, Richard.
if we can get the majority of the population in a parade route, maybe that would be great.
I think the school did a really nice job about making their parade in a way where people were able to stay home
Yeah.
on their yard and wave to everyone going by. I think they put it out there to the families. Don't come gather in town. Come outside during this hour and this hour. Wave to your school. There's definitely ways to do it.
I was hit by a rope squirt gun in that parade. I later found out it wasn't rogue, it was intentional.
I don't know, I like the idea.
No problem looking into it, that's for sure.
Yeah. Let's, think about that and put it on the next agenda, would you like, please? I'll see if we can nail something down so we can get people ready. Kapow. All right.
So I know what that is.
All right, so I wanted to touch base with you Kyle, just for a couple of things. First was the Macy Road. We had talked about speaking with some of the farmers to see if we could ease some of the burden on that road. Were we able to?
I have
touch base?
not.
Okay.
Every chance I went to go over and talk to them, they're either spreading manure, cutting grass, and trying to find a time on a rainy day. I have not spoken to them.
Okay. All
But
right.
I still fully intend to, I just
Yes.
haven't.
Can I back up a second?
Yeah.
When you mentioned Macy Road, in the community thing, I also like to put in the dedication of the bridge.
Yeah.
You know, I think that'd be a good time,
Yeah, we can do that.
you know.
Which was probably your second thing.
No, that wasn't my second thing. My second thing was, you had talked about, touching base with the state. Were you able to?
Yes,
attend that
yes.
meeting?
Unfortunately, I was not able to make that meeting. However, I did talk to Andy Godin, and he spoke with Anson Tebbets, the ag secretary, and he was talking about when our towns are going and spraying the roads for dust. And then all of a sudden they start, the farmers have to start hauling, they start haying or whatever, and they literally beat the chloride out of the roads. And was talking to them about getting help from the state for the towns to help chloride and get the word out to the farmers. Just communication with the farmers in the towns when they plan on doing some haying, spreading manure, so the towns don't put the chloride down too quick. Or, the problem is they hit it so hard, these big trucks, that the chloride literally gets beat out of the ground. And so that was really the conversation he had. And he said that the ag secretary was extremely receptive to some ideas. And then when I spoke to him 2 weeks later, he hadn't heard anything from him. And the sign for, I spoke to our guy with the sign. He's been in the same jam as everybody else with the whole COVID thing. He told me last Friday it should be done. It's been a week since he told me that. I haven't heard from him, so I'm going to be on to him tomorrow. That sign, the sign is done. It was just getting the post finished and painted and primed and painted to hold the sign up.
Well, like Richard said, would be a good time to do that.
Be an excellent time to, excellent time. I agree completely. It would be a perfect time to do that.
Okay.
I'll have information for you at the next meeting sooner, but publicly for the next meeting, I'll have information on where that, get our sign.
And I did see, our farmers in the area have gotten some financial support out of the, federal government, so hopefully that'll help keep the agricultural side in our area moving. So, and our local businesses, have all done a great job of supporting our community and keeping everything going. Anything else from the select board?
Has anybody heard anything about the snack bar or from, or is that, has he decided not to do anything?
You talking about Joey's Junction or?
No.
See him
MC
probably
or-
possibly sit down.
Oh, he's never gotten back to me. He did say, when I had called him about it, he said he thought the site could work, but he said he had just completed his first event. So he thought that things were gonna start happening again, so I don't know if he felt it was as necessary. I have not heard back from him. And it's possible he's found other places.
Anything else? Sir, are you here for a particular reason?
What's that?
Oh, that's never mind.
I was.
You're disguised today.
Tell-
She didn't recognize the sir.
Yeah. Sorry, been a long day. Okay, so that person that I just questioned is Jim Harrison, and the select board is going to enter into executive session with Mr. Harrison, and Heidi Britt, Valenta, and Shelley LaRoche, if she would be so kind. Okay, so I would make a motion to exit the regular select.
I'll make that
Blah, 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 you know what I mean, the regular select board meeting. Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And I would make a motion to enter into executive.